Well, hello there, welcome to Pringle Racing, and this got posted yesterday, which is the brand new trailer for MXGP26. Now, I'm going to have to say something that might surprise a few people. This is one of the motorcycle games I think you should all be keeping a very close eye on, because I've got a funny feeling this could be something quite special. The mud in this looks absolutely flipping amazing. Absolutely. And guess what? It's not being developed by Milestone. No. It's being developed by the same team responsible for MXGP24. And yes, MXGP24 was horrendous. It was so badly received that I never even purchased it, right? I saw the gameplay, I read the reviews, I just thought I'm not even wasting my pennies, and it was horrendous. So this is where it starts to become interesting. Namcom, who have bought the license from MXGP for the next 5 years, instead of just pretending everything was fine, instead of blaming the players or simply releasing another slightly updated version the following year, the people behind the game admitted that it had gone bad. They acknowledged that the technology and foundations that had created MX24 had not worked as intended. It was the wrong engine they were using, so they made the very unusual decision to skip a year, because they knew they needed the time to put the effort in to get it right. They'd even shift engines and moved to the Unreal Engine. Yeah, and as you can see, the visuals are flipping stunning. And they started rebuilding the game from the ground up, so completely fresh rebuild. Yeah, and they're trying not just to create a better game. They've obviously got to try and do it at a level that's going to win back their fans. And honestly, I find that refreshing. They've taken full blame. It didn't work. The engine they've used on other games wasn't adequate for the job. Yeah, they still released the game what they did. They realised it didn't work, so they've now got to come out, and they've got to come out swinging pretty darn well. Otherwise, people are just going to avoid them like the plague. And from this trailer, it's looking flipping awesome. I mean, just looking at this trailer, the bikes seem to have more weight. The rider movement looks more natural. The mud effects look absolutely stunning. The lightning track environments seem far more convincing, and most importantly, looks already a lot more atmosphere than MX24 had. However, this is still only a trailer. Yeah, we haven't seen any uninterrupted gameplay yet. We haven't seen any or felt the handling. We don't know what the AI is like. Now, we have seen a little bit of things from Game Fest, but nothing in high quality. It's normally been either a recording from a phone or camera, so I haven't seen a full quality yet, and I think that's what we need to see coming next. So, although I am excited, I still am also remaining cautious. Yeah, but from what I'm seeing here, this is absolutely the one to watch. It looks pretty darn amazing. So what I was thinking was, well, how can we compare that? Because we don't have gameplay and we can't really do a side-by-side comparison. I thought, why don't we look at the trailer for MXGP21? For many players, MXGP21 remains the last genuinely good official MXGP game, and some people will even argue it's still the best modern motocross game available at the moment. So this is the trailer that helped sell MXGP21 to players at that time. And to be fair, it still does look pretty, it don't look bad, does it? The racing looks intense, the tracks look alive, and it gives you a decent comparison of what the final game was trying to achieve. But when you place it directly alongside the new MX26 trailer, I do think the new game looks considerably better. Yeah? The lighting pitch is more natural. The mud is the bit that's getting me. The mud surface effects look so much more convincing. I know what the mud is in this game looks like. So, yeah, I think the animations look a bit smoother. It doesn't look... It looks pretty good. So, MX21, this is the standard. I'm looking at the trailer. The trailer does look better. I mean, the trailer is designed to pick out the best elements. Yeah, of course. Better graphics don't automatically create a better game. But MX20P still needs to feel good through the controller. It needs responsive physics. It needs believable bike movement. And if it needs enough... it also needs enough content to keep players interested after the few hours. But visually, this already appears to be a meaningful step forward from MXGP21. And that gives me hope. Now, I'm going to be a little bit mean here now. I'm now going to show you the trailer for MXGP24. Okay, so this is what they released for MXGP24, and we'll do a comparison with this one as well. Because we need to compare the new trailer with their game that was a duck. Yeah, right? So if we can see the two, I don't think it looked particularly convincing. Even I've got doubt to this trailer that it wasn't as good. I mean, they're trying to pick the best parts of it, but some of the dirt spray coming up doesn't seem convincing to me, and I thought the environments looked flat. Maybe that's just me being optimistic, and I go back between the two. But even before this arrived, I think there was warning signs in this trailer. There's certain things I don't like, and when I'm comparing it to MX26, it looks totally flipping different. So MXGP26 looks more ambitious, it looks more polished, it looks more atmospheric, and perhaps more importantly, it looks as though the developers actually listened to the criticism, which they've acknowledged. However, we must remember something important. A good trailer does not guarantee a good game. We've all been fooled by impressive trailers before. The real test comes when we see proper gameplay, when we actually get hands-on experience. Not careful select replays. I want to see a completed lap. I want to see the rider make mistakes. I want to see how the bike reacts to ruts, jumps and heavy landings. I want to see the AI racing properly, and I want to know what happens when 20 riders all enter that first corner together. That is when we really know whether the rebuild has worked. So let's do a full run of the MXGP26 trailer again, because I am hopeful. Any developer that is prepared to skip an annual release and rebuild the game, it deserves some credit, yeah? That does not mean we should blindly trust them. MXGP24 was a terrible release, and any player who spent money on that have to remain cautious. But the studio appears to understand that this is an opportunity to repair damage, yeah? It cannot afford to release another unfinished product or broken game. It's already used the biggest possible excuse. We need more time, or we rebuilt everything. If MXGP26 is still bad after that, I think the game is pretty much dead. And their 5-year investment has been completely thrown down the tubes. So I do hope that they do complete this and get something out. My only fear is the content of the game. Because if you have to rebuild it within a year and a half, will there be enough content? I'm not too bothered. If the gameplay is really good, yeah, I don't mind if it's just tracks and just a compound, we don't have a track creator, or they add that later down the line. I'm not too fussed. I'm really not. I'm hopefully the price will convey that if they release it. So whether they just say, look, to get your trust back, we're going to drop it down to probably £39. For me, £39 seems to be the right price. I don't know if they've worked their asses off and got basically all the brands in. If they have, fantastic. I'm more interested in gameplay, and I'm happy for you to add that stuff later down the line. I am a little bit concerned that they're releasing it in October, only a month before GTA 6. So if they don't make the impact, they are going to struggle after Christmas, which means this game could drastically drop in price if it doesn't get the sales in, which, by the way, some people might say, well, I'll wait for the sales then and wait till it goes to sales, which is great, but if it doesn't make the money, then the game's dead. So I want to support them, but it's also coming out at the same time as Galactic Racer. So October for me has got the best months, because I'm going to avoid GTA 6 until later next year. These are the two games for me that I am really interested in this. I think this could be something quite special. Now, as always, I'd love to hear what your comments are. What do you feel? Do you feel that you're going to give this a go? Do you feel it's looking in the right direction? Put your comments down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this. Do you think the trailer looks naff? I really don't. I've watched this about 20 times now, and every time I watch it, it gets better and better. So I'd love to know what you think. Are you going to get invested? Do you think you've been burnt too many times? Because for me, if it is a success, which I really do hope so, the competition then between Milestone, it'll push Milestone. I want it to be so good, so Milestone are put under pressure. They'll have to up their game. I really want this to be a huge success, so I'm keeping a good strong eye on this. I'm keeping a realistic head on, but from what they're showing at the moment, this is good. Maybe a demo before they release the game to try and win those people over. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Take care, and no worries, I'll speak to you all very soon. Keep on racing, boys. See you later. Bye.